Make sure we're catching all this good content that's going to save some lives later on. Not only tonight, but later on as well. No, you can know because you ain't going to be harassing me, okay? Come here, you want to say hi? Let me let Rocky say hi because he swear. Everybody want to say what's up to him. So, all right, say what's up. You going to say hi? I don't need you to harass me. Go hang out. Go ahead. He's like, no, I want to stay here. Anywho, it's my homeboy right there. Watch out, buddy. I don't want to step on you. So anyway, we're going to talk about letting go. Letting go. Letting go. That's what we're talking about. Letting go. Letting go. So let's go ahead. We ain't going to waste any more time. Let's jump right into it. Rocky said, thank you. He's pleased to meet y'all and all the things. Watch out, buddy. So, letting go. Let's talk about letting go, right? Turn the music off so we can just go ahead and vibe for a few minutes. Teresa, what up, what up, what up? Mina, what up, what up, what up? Anyone I missed, what up, what up, what up, what up? Exactly, right? He does all the time. And then when I get emotional, he wants to come and rescue me. Look, he's climbing on me already. I gotta kick this big guy out. All right, go ahead, buddy. Go. Go downstairs. He's like emotional support dog. I'm telling you. When I get hyped, like if we get a little emotional, he'll be scratching at the door, coming to check on me. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Oh yeah, that's my guy. So tonight, let's talk for a few minutes about letting go. About letting go. Right? Letting go, letting go, letting go, letting go. Many of us are trapped where? Trapped between the challenges or the ills of yesterday and the responsibilities of today. That's where most people live, right? Stuck in that space right there. And there's not a lot of progress that takes place in that place. And so let's talk about how we can, or before we say how we can, let's talk about why we should work to free ourselves from yesterday. And then we can talk about the how. I suppose it'll unpack itself. But let's think about that, right? A lot of us, all of us, right? We've all been some places. We've all done some things. We've all made some errors in judgment. We've all done some amazing things. We've all done some terrible things. We've been on both sides of some carnage. We've caused some carnage, and we've been ran over by a few trucks in our day, right? And what tends to happen is we tend to hold on to things for far too long, to the point where we're so consumed with yesterday that we're unable to even receive what's for us today. We're so consumed with yesterday that we struggle to give ourselves permission to execute on what we need to do today, right? I would, but I don't, man, I remember when I ... I want to do this, but how can I when last year, 10 years ago, ... Right? I want to show up and be great, but who am I to stand before people and encourage them and speak life and push them to be great when I have this long list of things or when I used to be a hell raiser? How am I gonna, right? And so many people struggle with that. So many of us are struggling with our self-confidence. Why? Because we keep playing back I call it our low light reel, right? Every time you want to step up and do something, you watch your low light reel, not your highlight reel. You watch your low light reel. You watch the tape. You watch the film of all the things you got wrong, and then you exaggerate them. You don't even give yourself any grace. No, 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 no. You just, right? And we get stuck there. And then it's time to move forward, and we lack confidence. Confidence, I always say, is just the willingness to try. And so we won't even try. We won't even put ourselves in the game. We won't even turn that corner. We won't make the call. We won't enroll in the course. We won't start the business. We won't apologize. Ooh, I don't know who that was for. We won't move forward because, right? And we're stuck. And what a lot of us will do, we'll hold on to that. And then we feel justified in that because a lot of people will connect with us there. And so we'll lose ourselves in that. And then right in front of us or right around us are the responsibilities of today. And a lot of times we need to make some adjustments regarding the responsibilities of today. We need to move some things around and reshuffle our priorities, but we struggle to do that, not because we're incapable, not because we don't have the information, not because the writing's not on the wall and it's unclear what we need to do and how we need to move some things around, but because we're still in bondage from yesterday. Because we're still in the yesterday, as I always say, has us in a chokehold. And we can't move forward, and we're frustrated because I know how to do. How can I help everybody, but I can't help me? I can move because we're burdened with that backstory. And so we have to let it go. We have to let it go. And it's interesting because we know we have to let it go. We will instruct everyone else to let it go, but yet we still hold on. Why? We don't know, right? There's 1,000,001 reasons why we hold on. And I think that's not as important as some reasons why we need to let it go. Yeah, it's hard, of course. So much past tense thinking. Absolutely, yes. And so my favorite quote, if you've been rocking with me, you know, above all else, be present. I need to put that back. I used to have the whiteboards up there with my favorite quote up there. Above all else, be present. Why is that my favorite quote? Because I was stuck there for so long, and yet I still struggle with those challenges. And so one of the things that I'm a seek the answers person, but sometimes you have to really understand the value of or the why you need to do some things because you know the answer. Let it go. I need to let that go. That was 5 years ago. Hell, it was 5 minutes ago. I need to let it go. But some of us are still beating ourselves up for the mistakes for what we did in high school, what we did in our 20s and we're in our 30s, what we did in our 30s and we're in our 40s, what we did in our whatever the case may be. We're struggling to have healthy relationships now because we did some BS 6 relationships ago. Whatever the case may be, but it's important that we understand what we gain, right? What do I gain from letting it go? So I think that's a good place for us to, spend some energy, right? Family said it's hard sometimes. Yes, it is. But I think what makes it hard is the story we tell ourselves about it. So let's make some adjustments so we can move forward. Now I'm getting an alert or a message from TikTok that's saying comments are being filtered. So I'm not ignoring anyone. Perhaps something that you put in there was a word that TikTok doesn't like. So I'm rocking with everybody. Trust me. People want to live in that abandoned building with broken, but exactly, gain a peace of mind. That's a big one. So let's think about it. So let's go with that peace of mind. How about we'll call it freedom? Freedom, emotional freedom, right? When we hold on to the past, we're carrying this extra heavy burden of negative emotions. And to your point, there's no peace of mind. Why? Because we're in the chokehold by those emotions. They have a grip on us. They're holding us down, so we can't move forward. We can't shake free. There's no emotional freedom there. and I'm bogged down by the guilt and the shame and the whatever it might be, however it shows up, whatever special cocktail it mixes up and shows up in your life. But it's the emotional challenges, right? We're holding on to anger and resentment and guilt and shame and all the things. And we have to understand that I deserve to be free emotionally. I deserve, as Fam said, peace of mind. That's a concept. We hear that and we kind of understand that, but very few of us actually get to experience that. And we need to work our way forward so we can actually experience peace of mind. Really be at peace with yesterday, at peace with today, and at peace with what's coming for us tomorrow. Literally at peace, letting go of the resentment, letting go of the anger, letting go of all the errors in judgment, letting go of the guilt, letting go of the shame, letting it all go. Accepting the fact that there's absolutely nothing I can do to change what's already taken place. All I can do is learn from it. Well, I take that back. I can allow it to keep me imprisoned like many of us do. So there's many things we can do, but as far as what we want to do, right? What we want to train ourselves to do is learn from the past. Learn from it. Our past should be our education, right? It should be the thing that's schooling us and prepping us for this very moment, everything that we've been through. And so, if you're like me and you've been through all sorts of hell and you've made all sorts of mistakes and you got a long list of things that you did wrong and things that you've experienced on both sides, damage you've caused and damage that was done to all the things, all that says is that you are well equipped to handle what's in front of you right now. But we can't see it. We can't really experience it because we won't let go of that. We have a goofy relationship with yesterday. And we have to change our relationship with yesterday. Here's the thing, we can't change the past, but we can change our relationship with the past. And when we do that, peace of mind is something that's on the menu. And I believe that that's something we all need to order up. Thank you for that. So that emotional freedom, we got to let some things go. We got to let some things go. So what else? We have to, the reason that I use that quote, above all else be present, is why? Is because I understand the power of focus. How about that? And if I'm budgeting my time and energy focused on yesteryear, right? Focused on all the things that went, then what am I not focused on? The here and now. And so when I let these things go, and when I change my relationship with yesterday, when I change my relationship with my past, I can have a better, have a healthier, have a stronger relationship with me, with right now. So many of us are feeling stuck. We're feeling bogged down. We don't have the energy mentally, emotionally, physically. We're just feeling beat, like life is just kicking our behind. And we're not even going through anything right now. I've been there. I'm just feeling like, whoo. And then when I have a moment of clarity, it's like, no, actually, I'm in a great place right now. But yesterday was hell. And I'm still emotionally connected to. But when I cut that off and I change my relationship with that, right? Then I'm able to focus on the present. I'm able to focus on the here and now. Then the more present I am, right? The more energy I bring, the more vibrance I bring. Then I bring my tools and my skills to the moment. And then I'm able to make healthy decisions. Whereas when I'm consumed with yesterday, I'm not able to make healthy decisions. So we have to, right? We have to change our relationship with yesterday. So what, you messed up? Who didn't? So what, you did it wrong? Again, change your relationship with yesterday. So the uglier, the deeper, the darker, right? The more you've went through, the more you've survived, the more equipped and qualified you are to navigate whatever shows up today. See, we think, and I'm telling you, when I got delivered from this, my life changed. I used to think that because of all the things, I wasn't qualified. Then I had that awakening moment when I realized that because of all the things, I am qualified. Somebody right now, one of you, you're telling yourself a story about why you can't move in the direction that you want to move because of what you went through. But the reason that you absolutely can is because of what you went through. So because of what you went through was the thing holding you back. But if you change your relationship with what you went through, what was holding you back can now be the thing to launch you forward. It's just a matter of your perspective and changing your relationship with it. So we have to change that story. Trust me, I struggled with it for years. Well, I can't do that because, and I had a whole list of because. Now, I absolutely must do that because. It's the same because. What changed was me. What changed was my perspective. I made a choice to let it go. And not only did I let it go, right? It's still there, but now I use it for me instead of using it against me. Because it's all up to me. I get to decide what it is. I decide my relationship with yesterday. And so since I get to choose, then I choose, right? I choose to take all of that, put it in a frame on the wall, and those are my qualifications. How you gonna do this? Who are you to do this when you went through all that? Hello? Who better? Who better to do it than someone who survived all of that? Someone who on the side that I don't like using the word victim, but I will to make my point. When I was the victim, right, I survived all of that. Then on this side, right, when I was the person doing all the BS, right, I survived all of that and I was able to transform all of that. And I bring all of that to this moment. And that's what qualifies me. So that story you're telling yourself about why you can't move forward because ... No. ... is the very reason why you must move forward. It's the very thing that qualifies you for right now. Change that hindering outlook. Exactly. Good evening. What's happening, family? So we have to change our relationship with yesterday because we need that emotional freedom. We need that peace of mind. So we have to let go of the anger, the resentment, right? The hurt, the pain, the guilt, all those things we're holding on to. We have to let that stuff go. And then we have to understand that we need to let that go because we need us here. You need you right here. You don't need you back there. You need you and we need you right here in this present moment. That's where we need you. That's where you need you. So we have to change our relationship with yesterday. We got to let some things go. We must let those things go. SJ, what up? We got to let these things go. So what else? So we want that emotional freedom / peace of mind. Thank you for that. Pardon me, my throat. We want to be present, focused, and not focused on yesterday because we're missing too many opportunities. How about that right there? There it is right there. The opportunities for growth are right here in our hands, but we can't take hold of them because it's like I got the lies, the time I lied, the time I cheated, the time I stole, the time I went through the thing with my ex, and the time that thing happened, and the time that thing happened, and the time that thing happened. And I'm just walking around like this. And now Miss Positivity walks up and she wants to bless me, but I'm like, oh, thank you, sis, but I can't because of all this stuff. Because I would love to, but I can't because. So some of you can't even receive your blessings because you're so consumed with carrying around yesterday. You gotta let that crap go. There's some gifts, there's some things that are literally to have your name on it, but you can't take possession. Why? Because because your pockets are full from yesterday. So there's no room. I want to be a blessing, but you only had a way to put it. I always use that example. You're praying for a new wardrobe, but you can't fit another hanger in that closet. You can't, all that yesterday stuff is in the way. Your blessing is there, has your name on it, it's yours. None of us take it. It's yours, but you can't even receive it. You can't even grab hold of it. Why? Because you're still holding on to. So we got to let that crap go. Literally, we got to drop it where it is and make ourselves available. We're crying out, we're praying, we're hoping, we're working toward a thing, but are we really? Because we're still consumed with yesterday. So the opportunities for growth are literally right in front of us, and we can't take hold of them. We can't step into them. Literally, we can't take possession of. Think about that. I can't take possession. There are opportunities for growth right in front of me, all around me, but I'm not able to take hold of them because I'm still bombarded. I'm still carrying everything from yesterday. So I need to release all of that crap so I can move on. He said, words don't teach. Life experience teaches. Everyone has a story to experience teach. Absolutely. That's exactly what we're talking about. We're talking about letting that crap go, valuing the experiences, but the experiences are they're tools that equip us to help us to navigate the now. We're not strapped down and tied to those things. Donnie said, let some people go who keep bringing up your past. I agree with that 1,000%. And here's the thing with that. Here's the thing with that. The person who brings up your past the most is you. I'm willing to bet you may have some people in your life that remind you of some things, but no one reminds you of yesterday more than you remind you of yesterday. Because your unwillingness to let go of yesterday, it impacts how you think, how you speak, and how you move every moment. It impacts the goals you set, the choices you make. It impacts what you feel like you deserve. It impacts those feelings of unworthiness. It literally impacts everything in our lives. So yes, we got some people out here but y'all notice I don't never talk about that because we ain't tripping off of that. We can deal with that. That's easy. So, no, I'm good. But when it's me, when I'm the one constantly reminding me of all the time, because I'm the one I got all the tape anyway. This person know a little something, they know a little something, they know a little something, but I know all the things. And I hold all the things over me. Or at least I used to, and that's what we're shaking right now. We're letting that crap go. Regathering and destruct. Listen, exactly. Yes, we absolutely have to unpack. We got to get rid of that crap. I like that you said unpack. That's something that I always talk about, right? It's like, okay, when we're present and we're in the moment, what we understand is we understand who we are and we understand where we're going. And then we have to pack, to your point, accordingly. So I always give the example of if we're going on a trip, then, right, my man Donnie out there in Detroit, freezing. If I tell him, come on, man, we out. We're going to the Bahamas, it's 80 degrees. Other than what he wears to the airport, he's packing his summer stuff. Listen, he's bringing his trunks and tank tops and all the things. It would be silly for him to pack, if I tell him we're going for a week, to pack the clothes he's going to wear this week in Detroit. But that's what that literally is what we're doing. We're headed here, but we packed for. We have to trust God's plan for us. And how do we show that trust? What does that trust look like? Letting go of yesterday, being present in the now, understanding that the only thing that I can control is my attitude and my actions. And so I focus my energy in the now, freeing myself emotionally so that I can bring all of me to the moment. That's what trusting God's plan looks like, right? Being focused, being present in the moment, right? Understanding that every moment, life is an opportunity for growth. I said that earlier, right? This moment, this is a miracle. This moment is a miracle. Why am I bringing that crap into my miracle? You ever move into a new place? Man, listen. You get a new wheel, you're like, I'm keeping this thing clean, getting this thing clean every 2 days, and I'm gonna go broke at the car wash so much. Right? I'm cleaning this out, I'm doing this, I'm changing this. Wait, I'm moving in my new place and get rid of all this crap. Well, the same thing. Right? The same thought process. We have to understand this is a miracle. I'm grateful for this. So absolutely. We absolutely have to trust God's plans, but we have to live out loud. We have to live out that trust. Saying you trust is one thing. You ever do the trust fall? Saying I trust you is one thing, but if you stand behind me and I close my eyes and fall back, that's a different thing, right? And even that's a level of trust, but when you think about it, well, what? I'll fall, I'll hit the floor. Not the worst thing, but right? Trust, you have to show me that you trust me. You have to show God that you trust him through your actions, through your. I love that. I'm very guilty of bringing up my past. Exactly. We all are. And that's what we're talking. We're talking about letting that go. We must let it go. We must let it go. If we truly want to live fully, if we want to live free, if we want to bring all of our stuff to the moment, if we want to bring all of our gifts, all of our talents, all of our tools, and we want to really win, then we have to let that stuff go. It's taking up too much of our space, too much of our mental and emotional space, too much of our focus. It's impacting everything. Every time I even want to think about a particular thing, I got to run it through the filter of all that crap. No, that's not even me anymore. I'm not even that same dude. So why am I going to let 30-year-old Reese's choices, right, his actions, his attitude, how he moves through the world affect how this version of me moves? Doesn't make sense. You're not the same person you were, but yet you're still allowing. Yesterday is still governing you, still governing your thinking, governing the way you speak, governing the way you move. Well, I do this because I move like this because, well, you don't know. When I lived around the way, I had to move a certain way. I live in the burbs now. I live in the cul-de-sac. Ain't no Bretts around here. Me and Rocky be walking around the neighborhood chilling. Wait, this is not the same. So I don't need to bring those attitudes. I don't need to bring that energy. I don't need to be, to walk my dog where I live. Thank God. But once upon a time, unfortunately, that was the case. But I'm not there anymore. So I have to leave that there so that I can be fully here, so that I can be open to receive and operate fully in the now. So we get emotional freedom. We get that, what did bro say, that peace of mind. We get to focus on the now. We get to seize the opportunity for growth. I got some more. Let me see what y'all talking about. Da-da-da-da. I love the encouragement in the room. You guys are the best. Bringing up your past gives a person an out and feeds the excuses. Absolutely. But we're not even talking about that in here. We're talking about, and let me say this. What everyone is saying is 1,000% right. But I want us to focus on us because I can't control. Listen, if Johnny want to keep bringing up yesterday, that's Johnny's business. I'm focused on me. I don't want to bring up yesterday. Yada, yada, yada. Whoa. Everything just feeds the excuse that's begging to be fed. Feeds the... Okay. Now, hey, what up? Thanks for tapping in. I learned to embrace my past and accept it because it only made me... You just summed it all up. That's exactly what we're talking about, right? Embrace it. It is what it is, and accept it. And that's just a mindset shift. Like I said, I used to feel like my past was the thing that disqualified me. I changed my mindset. I changed my relationship with my past. And now I understand, to your point, right? That's the thing, the very thing, all of those things I went through, that's what qualifies me. You said makes me better. Exactly. That's what makes me. All those things I went through, that's what make me so awesome. If I didn't go through none of that, I'm not even this person, not even remotely close. I love that. Thank you. Daily shedding of the victimization. Exactly. And we have that mindset, that attitude. No, I'm responsible. I'm in charge. My attitude and my actions, that's up to me. Attitude, yes, my attitude about me, about my past. I'm changing my relationship with my past. I'm amazing because of what I've survived. I'm qualified to lead, to teach, to live fully, to step up front. I'm qualified to do all the things. What makes you qualified? That was me. Ooh, yeah, him doing all that? Yeah. Wow, that was me too. Whoa, you let that happen? Yeah, unfortunately. But now look at me. Because I bring all of that with me. So yeah, I'm not a victim, never was. Miss Peaches, what up? Yes, it happened, but we're not our past mistakes. We build those. Exactly. Yeah. Mina, on the second date, telling him the last 3 men she bringing all that, and it's like, whoa, shorty, I'm just trying to enjoy, enjoy my asparagus. Well, I gotta hear about what Jimmy and Johnny and Sammy did to you. I'm gonna give me some better names, y'all. But what? But that's what we do because we're hurt and we hold and we wear it. Some of us wear it like a badge of honor. Like with that, we go in and no. Last 3 y'all did that to me. Nope, never ain't nobody doing that to me. And we come in and it's like, whoa, family, whoa. What do you? Mm-mm. And I get it because sometimes we're transitioning, we're figuring it out. Sometimes we go way out from right field to left field, and we have to figure out, how to get in the middle and how to dance and how to. So we go through that process sometimes where we like, nope, never again, and we go through into every situation with our guard up, ready to just attack. But even that, we have to heal from that as well. Yada yada yada. Da, 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 da. She said, I like that. Good. Experiences make one qualified. Absolutely. My current actions qualify. My past is gone. Exactly. And so my past is gone. Absolutely. And then if we want to really get cute with it, we can realize that I survived all of that. I've overcome all of that. Look how much I've grown. Wow, go me. I used to handle things like that. Now I handle things. Wow. Look at me. Now I stand up taller. Now I speak a little clearer. Now I think a little clearer. Now I move a little slower and I process things a little bit different, right? Because what? Because I have all of this experience in my tool bag and I use those tools to help me navigate through today. I love it. And who are the judges that makes the call on what the qualifications, me being a human without? So, pardon me. Human without struggle makes me qualified. I love it. So, thank y'all for the comments, y'all. I love when y'all push the conversation forward. I love it. I be wishing we could be in the same room. Let me make sure. All right. And make sure we're still recording over here. So, what else? How about to Mina's point? How about improved relationships? How about if we're still holding on to the emotional baggage from yesterday, how many amazing opportunities do we miss out on? Because we're still, and that's applicable in romantic relationships, right? You done been through all sorts of hell, and the last 3 guys cheated on you. You went through ups and downs and twists and turns and all the things. Or you raised hell for all these years, and maybe you don't feel like you deserve anyone awesome because whatever the story is. And then, so we're holding on to that, and it's impairing our opportunity. It's ruining our opportunity to connect. But also, what about family? Right? What about family? Some of us are disconnected. We are estranged from people, siblings, parents, children. Some of us have children we don't communicate with. Some of us have parents. Listen, I buried both of my parents And I had to be the one to give the go ahead to turn the machine off for both of them. So I've experienced that twice, two separate times. And so if your parents are here and you're disconnected, clearly it's something that had happened. And I'm not minimizing what had happened, but how many moms do you get? How many dads do you get? And if you're a parent and you're disconnected from your kid, I can't wrap my mind around that, because whatever I need to do to fix that, I'm going to do. I'm willing to do. Life is too short. I just heard today another one of my guys I used to hoop with, really good dude. He just passed. And it's just like, whoa, young dude, excelling at life. Yesterday, right? So a lot of us, we're missing out on the opportunity to have healthy relationships because of what had happened was. Like, we have to work on that. We have to work on that. And healthy we don't have to be thunder buddies, right? We don't have to be attached at the hip, but for there to be weird energy between us, for there to be something off, for us to be avoiding one another, for there to be, I ain't speaking to her because, or for me to have a reason, well, I ain't talking to her because ... Really? You know that's your mom you're talking about, right? And again, hear what I'm saying. Don't start throwing all these filters in there, boy. She shouldn't have, and he shouldn't have, no, he shouldn't have, she shouldn't have. But at what point we're gonna hold on this until when? Till something happens, and then we're gonna have to talk about, now you're feeling guilty because, oh my God, mom ain't here no more, and I had opportunities to fix that, and I don't know why that just came up. But anyway, improved relationships, right? We can clear these things. Those of us that have adult children, those of us that have parents, if you have siblings and you're not in touch and you're not making the most or the best of those relationships, and there's a reason. Now, if we just doing life and we don't connect often, we can visit that too, because we can text one another, right? We can always send some love out. So there's no excuse for that. So there's absolutely no excuse for that. People that are bad texters, and if this is you, I love you, but people that are bad texters, I wonder about y'all. I really do. I love you, but I wonder about y'all because it's so easy. It's never been easier for us to communicate with one another. And to be a bad texter, I just don't understand that. Like, what are we doing that we can't send out a message or respond to a message, even if we just hit the little heart or the thumbs up? I don't understand that. When I see that, I don't see busy, because it literally takes a half a second. And it's just me. This is just me. It's just personal, right? I can't wrap my brain around that. So if I text my son and I don't get a reply, like, oh man, I ain't even see it. What do you mean? You got your phone in your hand. You're on your phone. Like, you're on your phone. And if I send you a message, right? Like, the message wasn't this long. And even if it was, then that should require attention. But even if it was just a sentence, a half a sentence, are you good? And literally to hold it, hit the heart or hit the thumbs up or reply, yes, sir, that literally takes no time at all. What does that say about me? What does that say about, I don't know. Every time, and I'm a texter. I text like a 12-year-old girl. I'm a texter. I'm vicious with it. I send multiple text messages out every morning That's what I do. I'm an encourager, and I'm quick. I can zip, boom, I'm responding right away. I do it because it's a layup. It's easy. Last night, if you hung out with me, I was talking about make your layups, right? So it's easy, and I don't do it because it's easy, but I do it because it's easy. You're right. Now, finding 10 minutes to sit down, pick up the phone, make the call, hope they have the same free 10 minutes that you have, and whoop, whoop, whoop. But some kind words, I don't know. So when someone says, oh my bad, okay. I don't know. She said, big texter. Yeah, me too. So it's just something to consider. Life is short. And we're here for a certain amount of time, and we get to experience a certain amount of amazing people and amazing experiences. And why not seize them? Why not make the absolute best most of them? I don't know how we got way out here, but that's okay too, because wherever we go, right? So what else? Talking about letting it go. Letting go of the past also, which is just my favorite thing to talk about, it improves your self-esteem. What do you mean? Well, your self-esteem is the relationship we acquire with ourselves based on our decisions and how we interact with the world. And if we have a poor relationship with yesterday and we haven't let go of certain things, we're carrying that into right now. And so we don't see ourselves as worthy, as capable, as deserving. We don't make the best decisions. Why? Because of what filter are we running it through? The judgments that we pass on ourselves is impacting how we see ourselves, because we're not even looking at ourselves through we're not even giving ourselves a fair opportunity. Because think about it, if they laughed at me during a presentation in high school, and so now that's why I don't want to go live. What? But that's the type of, we'll connect something and it'll stop us from moving. And so again, my reputation with myself, I'm judging myself based off of just baseless stuff that has absolutely nothing to do with me today. Like nothing. So we won't set goals. So we won't speak up, because if you speak up, remember that time back in 98? What? Right? We won't. And so because of that, we have poor self-esteem. We won't show up. We won't speak up for ourselves, right? We won't embody, right, the pillars of self-esteem. We won't stand up. We don't see ourselves as valuable, as worthy, as deserving. Our self-efficacy and our self-respect, they're lacking. And then we play small. Why? A big reason is because of our relationship with yesterday. That's why, above all else, be present. Above all else, be present. And this isn't one of these. These are challenges that I fight every day. Every day. Yesterday runs up on me every day, throwing hooks at me, right? I'm telling you, yesterday, listen, anytime there's a quiet moment, yesterday tries to creep up on me, or something will happen, and then here come 99 reminders of what had happened. And if I get stuck there, if I allow that to consume me, I'm done. But then I just remind myself of my relationship with those things, and then I run them through a healthier filter, and then I can use them, right, to move forward. But it's challenging. It's really, really challenging. So again, we have to constantly fight to let it go. And let it go sounds like a one-time thing. Pardon me. No. Let it go is a constant battle. You don't just let it go and it's gone. I wish it was that easy. Imagine that. Imagine if we could just have a conversation here and let it go, and we can do symbolism, right? Write it on the paper, set it on fire, let it go. tie it to a dove and let the dove go. And yeah, right. 10 minutes later, yesterday, like, I'm back. You go to move forward. And yesterday, like, I remember when you had tried that in 2017. Remember that time? Like, I just, nah. So let it go. You gotta let it go every day. Somebody's like, man, every day, yep. Multiple times a day, yep. Moment to moment to moment to moment. We gotta let it go because it's gonna keep showing up. So if we wanna increase our self-confidence, gotta let it go. We gotta let it go. That's it. Yes. Oh, wait, I missed something. Shit, I don't know the baggage validation can't exactly. Right? We can't wait on that. We have to I stamp myself. Mr. Cook says you're happier. Mr. Cook, you on fire tonight. You're happier. Think about that. Just for a moment. How true is that? When you're present in the moment and you ain't tripping about yesterday or tomorrow for that matter, when you're in the moment, you're happier because you're actually experiencing the miracle of the moment. The power of the present moment is a beautiful thing. And you can actually give yourself permission to enjoy it. You ever be somewhere and it's a beautiful spirit, it's a beautiful energy, and there's something in you that won't let you enjoy it. It's usually yesterday. It's a joyous occasion. We at the cookout, we vibing, we having fun, we got the music, we laughing, we reminiscing, And because you and Johnny went through something back in 2018, he lied and this had happened, you tight. You you can't even enjoy the moment because of what happened. And that's a goofy illustration, but that's real. And so I love that. You're happier. Think about how you engage. Think about a relationship. You want to hold on to so now we're gonna be unhappy today because of what had happened was. What had happened is important, but we have to learn and grow from what had happened. We can't go back and change it. So we have to accept what happened, and we have to accept the fact that right now, this moment is a miracle. Like right now, right here, this is a miracle. Why not embrace it? Why not like it? Why not love it? Why not enjoy it? Why not make the most of it? Think about that. She said that was the 1900s. Exactly. Look, I'm flirting with 50. I'll be 50 in a minute. A few minutes, but a minute. Look at that. I don't wear jewelry because when I was a kid, exactly. But that's real. Think about that. Grown people. They've made this final decisions about how they're going to live their lives based on, and it's a natural human thing. I'm not throwing stones because I've been there myself. I've done it a million times. And those thoughts, they try to creep in now. And I have to just constantly remind myself of the miracle of right now. That's why that's my favorite quote. Above all else, be present. Because yesterday, drawn, running up on me, trying to remind me of this and trying to enforce like these rules on me. I don't wear because . No, we gotta let that go and shake that. She said, I actually heard that exactly. Before I look at right, exactly. Good night, Nat. Thanks for tapping in. Appreciate you. Way too comfortable with reliving the trauma. And I love that you said that. We're too comfortable with reliving the trauma. And that's what it is. You've already gone through it. You've survived it. You're on the other side of it. Right? You're on the other side of it. And yet, you keep reliving it. You keep reminding yourself what happened. And then you take yourself there mentally and emotionally. And when you take yourself there mentally and emotionally, guess where you're not? You're not here. You're not present. And to Mr. Cook's point, you're not happy. Peace of mind, like all of these things that we talked about. All because what? Because of yet. So we went through it the one time, that was enough. But we're going to keep reliving it over and over and over. And then when we do that, we buy into it and we believe the feelings that come with reliving it. Then we start to believe that we don't deserve to be happy because of what we did. Well, what we did that, right? And yes, there are prices to pay, but how many times do we have to continue to relive it? Because then we start to formulate opinions about ourselves. And then it impacts how we show up. It impacts how we think and what we think about ourselves and what we think about what's possible for us. Some of us aren't moving forward. We aren't chasing our dreams. We aren't stepping up. We aren't speaking up for ourselves. We aren't doing any of the things that we know we can and need to do to take care of ourselves, because we keep beating ourselves up about what had happened. We have to let it go. I know it hurt. I know. But we have to let it go. How often? Every day, every time. As often as it comes up, every time it comes up, we have to let it go. We have to change our relationship with yesterday, because it's literally stealing away our today. Good evening, family. Happy Sunday. Thanks for tapping in. That's going to be my mantra. Be present. Exactly. Listen, that's my favorite quote. Teresa, use that. Above all else, be present. Why above all else? Because when I'm present, I'm bringing, when I say present, I mean I'm bringing all of me, the best of me, to the present moment. So when I bring all of me first, above all else, then I can maneuver through everything, because I'm bringing, right? I'm here. I'm not there, and I'm not there. I'm here. So above all else, be present. Yes. Make that your mantra, make it your screensaver, write it on the wall, slap it on a sticky note all over the place, tat it on your arm. Shoot, that's what I should do. As much as I say it, as much as I think about it 100 times a day, easily, I need to just go ahead and throw it right there. Da-da-da-da. If you've been divorced, divorced 12 years ago, you're no longer divorced, you're now single. Think about that. Think about the difference there. Think about, again, I always say, be careful what you place after your I am, because it's going to come looking for you. It's going to consume you. You're going to embody that. I am is powerful. So be mindful what you place after your I am. Exactly. No, you're not discounting it at all. Listen, if it was last week, right? I'm divorced, and therefore I'm divorced from the ex, and therefore I'm divorced. Because what does that even mean? What does that invite in? Depending on my relationship with the word and with that, and then it's a constant reminder of what? I'm a failure because I'm like, depending on the story we drum up. Because if I keep reminding myself that I'm divorced, then I'm constantly reminding myself about that relationship that failed and all the things that went wrong, all the things I did wrong, all the things that he or she did wrong, all the things that blah, 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 blah. No, I'm single, I'm free. It's a totally different energy. It's a totally different mentality. And it's the present versus an attachment to yesterday. I love that. He said that was decades ago. Uh-oh, whoa, that thing. Sometimes I'll tap the screen, it's like, pew, and I love it. Keep the comments coming. I love it. I appreciate it. Da-da-da-da. Most of us don't look like what we've been through, so let it go. Bingo. Exactly. So again, this is something we have to constantly remind ourselves of every day. And the way that I personally do it is through my favorite quote, above all else, be present. What am I saying? I'm saying let that go and let that go. So I don't need you. Thank you, but no. I call on you when I need you. Because now you're a set of experiences that I've now put through a grinder, and now you're tools. Now you're in my tool bag. And then whatever I need to do today, in the now, in the miracle of right now, I have the tools from those experiences. So I can't throw them away. They're still a part of me, but I change my relationship with them and I choose to use them on my behalf or in my favor versus use them against me. Because what we don't realize is we're choosing to use our past against us. We're choosing that by allowing it to constantly consume us, consume our thinking, consume us emotionally. First thing we talked about, right? Emotional freedom. Mr. Cook said peace of mind, freedom emotionally, shaken free of all of that. So now I can actually function, right? You ever clean up a junky house? You're like, oh, man, my little apartment ain't so bad. Yeah, it was in here in a mess and all that chaos. Now it's cleaned up. It's like, oh, okay. All of a sudden, you back straight. Now you ever clean the car after the car was filthy? Man, sometimes I be hanging out with the granddaughters. They so disrespectful. And you're like, whoa, but when that car get clean and that thing feeling good, smelling good, man, listen, I be thinking I'm in a Rolls Royce or something. But the same thing, right? What am I doing? I'm cleaning that up, and I'm no longer allowing what had happened to consume me. I'm here in the moment. Same concept. Anyway, all right. Any questions about letting it go? I don't even want to drive this home. Everyone feels it. The main thing I want to remind us of, it's not a one-time occasion. And I don't think we really understand that. It's not a one-time occasion. You don't let it go. You don't have an emotional moment and boom, you let it go. And then it's just, whoo, that's just it. You're free. No. You have to let it go every day. You have to let it go and you have to prove it to yourself because you're going to be tested. I just said that you do something and then here come, when I hang this up and I go to transition into whatever I'm about to do the rest of the evening, guess what's going to happen? Some reminder of yesterday, something's going to happen. There's going to be some thought that shows up to test me. And the same thing for everyone. So be mindful of that. We have tools now. We have weapons. Above all else, be present. Listen, Barb, steal that quote, please. But don't just take it because, oh yeah, that makes sense. No, live it. Above all else, be present. Be okay. Center yourself. Be in the moment. Bring yourself to the now. And understand that right now, this is a miracle. This is what I have. I have right now, right here in my possession. This is what I have. So let me make the absolute best of it. Let me treat this like the miracle that it is. Let me not disrespect it by tainting it with the garbage from yesterday. Even the good garbage. We don't want to be out here Al Bundy either. If y'all don't know who Al Bundy was, I'm gonna pray for y'all. Right? We can't be out here Al Bundy either talking about we scored 4 touchdowns in a high school game and we 50 years old. Listen, you are not at Polk High anymore. You're somebody's grandfather now. And yes, that's a part of your history, but you're not a jock walking around the school right now. So we can't be consumed by the winds either. Right? Again, all of it is a part of our makeup, but we have to make sure we have a healthy relationship with our past. So we have to create some space. So every day we have to let it go. See, Donnie know Al the King Bundy. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Any questions real quick before I dash? Any questions? Thank y'all for this. This was great. Thanks for the feedback. Thanks, obviously, for the likes and the shares. Thanks for getting this out to some people. Thanks for the comments. Comments was popping. All the feedback, all the positive energy, loving on one another. That's amazing. I love it every day. Let it go. Exactly. You're welcome, Teresa. You're welcome indeed. Above all else, be present. All right, good people. I'm going to dash. I love it. I'll see y'all good folks tomorrow. Have a wonderful evening. Thank y'all. Oh, I'm glad. We all needed this. Yes. And let's take this energy and go win big. That's what I'm talking about. Good night, indeed. Thank y'all. Oh, shoot. I missed that comment, Mr. Cook.